Okay, I'm Louis Harfouche, and right now I'm going to talk to you about obesity. And everybody knows obesity exists in the United States. There's no point to deny that. There's no argument there. But what I really want to talk to you about is a lot of people are suing the industries, such as fast food industries, the government. They're saying that nobody's paying attention. And my main claim basically is that the government and food industry should not be blamed for obesity in the United States. Obesity is a problem that should be dealt with at home through education and not in court. And most importantly, not through denial. My supporting claims are that personal choices are a major role in health conditions. The government is already well involved in educating people, and many people would rather put the fault on the food industries to avoid feeling guilty. So let me start this off by talking about your personal choices. Everybody chooses what to eat, when to work out, when to sleep, when to wake up. Personal choices are our own. And this is my main point. We cannot blame the government for our own mistakes. Now, you choose to eat a hamburger or a salad on a daily basis. You could choose healthier choices such as Subway instead of McDonald's. Now, there are many resources available to everybody, such as books, helpful books, and websites. For example, a website that I have used in my past would be familydoctor.org, which is a website designed by doctors, by a group of doctors, all certified, to help you find daily choices that are healthier for you. Some people need their protein. You might be amazed by the amount of protein is in oatmeal instead of in meat. So there are available substitutes for those, for your choices, for those unhealthy choices. People's willpower to eat and exercise is to blame. Everyone has the freedom to go work out and eat healthier, but many do not and are still questioning why they are overweight. Many would like to blame corporations and the government. You wouldn't want the government to tell you when to go to sleep, when to wake up. Why would you want them to tell you what to eat? It is your own personal choice. Moving on, my secondary claim. The government is already well involved in educating the ignorant about health issues such as being overweight. Now, this is one of my favorite quotes that I found in a book called They Say, I Say. And it is by Radley Balko, What You Eat Is Your Own Business. And he is a professional on documenting health problems over the years. And basically, he says, the government basically has already, let me give you the exact quote, all agitating for a panoply of government anti-obesity initiatives, including prohibiting junk food in school vending machines, federal fundings for new bike trails and sidewalks, more demanding labels on foodstuffs, restricting foods marketing to children and putting the food industry into a more responsible behavior. In other words, bringing the government between you and your waistline. Now, what he's trying to show is that the public schools, if you go to any public school, you will see that vending machines do not have soda in them. They might have Gatorade, they might have waters, but no soda, nothing high-fattening, no chips, no chocolates. And this has already been done by the government, and to ask the government to do more is being illogical and taking away our freedom of choice that is provided in the Constitution. The government also enforces food industries to have calories on menus, to have certain materials that are not allowed in the United States, such as the FDA, Food and Drug Administration. You're not allowed to have certain food types in the United States. So they are regulating. They're not letting McDonald's put whatever they want. They're not letting a certain fast food industry put whatever they want with their food. They're actually checking this stuff. And my third claim would be many people would rather put the fault with the fast food industry to avoid feeling guilty. Now, corporations, they're not trying to make you gain weight. What they're trying to do is they're trying to sell. It is your own personal choice to go there. They are not forcing you there. They might have commercials and things to drag you, but they do not drag you in and force you to eat. You do that on your own. And many would like to say that this is capitalism, our capitalism that we have is to blame for all of this. And what really needs to be looked at is capitalism has nothing to do with you gaining weight or with your unhealthy choices. It is issues that should be dealt in at home, not through suing certain fast food industries for your problems, for health problems to be exact. Another counter argument would be, Yves Engler, obesity, much of the responsibility lies with the corporation states. Throughout the advanced capitalist world, a lesser extent in the periphery, people's diets have changed drastically over the last 30 years. And what she talks about in her article is that the corporations are purposely poisoning the people. So all in all, my main claim is make the right choices. Don't blame other people for your own mistakes.
Right, Lewis, you've got to do something more to clarify what the controversy is at the beginning of the speech. I think you start doing it in the middle of the speech. That first quote that you have on the second point clarifies places where you think the government is beginning to intrude on this issue. That last quote that you used, instead of finishing with a quote that makes your point, I'm not sure why you're finishing with a quote that takes the opposition point and then you kind of comment on it. That last quote, talking about how the capitalist society is creating these problems, that's something that should be at the beginning of the speech to show, here's the argument that's being made by a whole bunch of people. And then your response should be something pretty simple. That is inaccurate. That is not the source of the problem. All right? And the source of the problem is that people fail to make responsible choices. All right? Now, where do they fail to make those responsible choices? They fail to make responsible choices when they fail to exercise, when they fail to limit the amount of intake that they have, when they fail to make use of the information that is given to them to make healthier choices. And then the argument is about where does the responsibility lie, then it is with the individual. And that's kind of the whole summary of your argument. But you're all over the place trying to set that up, and it needs to be a heck of a lot clearer. I did think that you laid out the secondary issues, at least you stated what they were at the beginning of the speech. I didn't think that you signposted them very clearly in the body of the speech. You're very dependent early on hypothetical examples. There's one place where you say that there are certain foods that are excluded from the United States. McDonald's is not allowed to serve something, and I'm going, what? What does the FDA keep McDonald's from serving that people would have some demand for? I generally, horse meat maybe, snake. I don't know what it is that you're talking about here, and you need to have an explanation of it because it really sounds like you're kind of just off on a tangent here, and it's not developing your point. I can tell that you feel passionately about the issue. I think you get some good emotion and your persona into the speech, but the argument's not as clear as it needs to be, and you need much better evidence. You're dealing with a lot of hypotheticals and a lot of things that are mostly asserted. All right, thank you.